Noong December 5, ikinulong sina Dir Badoy at Ka-Eric sa House of Representatives matapos na sila ay manindigan para sa ating karapatan na malayang makapagpahayag at sa malayang pamamahayag. Kahanga-hanga ang tapang at tatag na ipinamalas ni Dir Badoy at Ka-Eric para ipaglaban ang ating karapatan at itaguyod ang ating saligang batas. Simbolo sila ng isang bayan na naninindigan ng tama at naninindigan para sa tama. Una nang nagpakita ng katapangan at katapatan sa bayan sina Dir Badoy at Ka-Eric bilang bahagi ng matagumpay na kampanya ng Duterte administration laban sa terorismo ng insurhensya sa ilalim ng National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict. Kinikilala natin ang mga magigiting na retired Philippine Military Academy alumni at mga dating miyembro ng Armed Forces of the Philippines na naglabas ng matapang na panawagan para sa pagpapalaya ng dalawa. Ang panawagan ng PMA alumni at mga kawal ng AFP ay paalala rin sa kahalagahan ng kaayusan, integridad at maayos na pamahalaan. Maraming salamat din sa pagkakaisa ng mga kasapi ng media, social media practitioners, professionals, IP leaders, at iba pang sektor na naging instrumento para mapalaya sina Dir Badoy at Ka-Eric. May kapangyarihan ang bayang nagkakaisa para sa pagsulong ng ating karapatan, para sa katarungan, katotohanan at sa pagtatatag ng mapayapa at matibay na bayan. Samahan niyo mali ako mga kasolid PH sa pagtalakay ng ilang detalye at kaganapan na nangyari kay na Lorraine Badoy at Ka-Eric at kung papaano nila nalampasan ang pagsubok at suporta ng ilang kawani at retired PMA sa kanilang paglaya. So let's go mga kasolid PH!
Payag ng kanyang suporta si Vice President Sara Duterte, kanila Dr. Lorraine Badoy at Jeffrey Ka-Eric Celis. Sa isang mensahe nitong Miyerkules, pinasalamatan ni Vice President Duterte ang lahat ng mga sumuporta at nakiisa sa laban nina Dr. Badoy at Ka-Eric. Matatandaan na noong December 5, ikinulong sina Dr. Badoy at Ka-Eric sa House of Representatives matapos na sila ay nanindigan para sa kanilang karapatan sa malayang pamamahayag. Ayon kay Vice President Duterte, kahanga-hanga ang tapang at tatag na ipinamalas nina Dr. Badoy at Ka-Eric para ipaglaban ang karapatan at itaguyod ang saligang batas. Aniya, simbolo ang dalawa ng isang bayan na naninindigan ng tama at naninindigan para sa tama. Kinilala din ni Vice President Duterte ang katapangan at katapatan sa bayan nina Dr. Badoy at Ka-Eric bilang bahagi ng matagumpay na kampanya ng Duterte administration laban sa terorismo ng insurhensya sa ilalim ng National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict o NTF-ELCAC. Samantala, kinilala rin ng pangalawang Pangulo ang mga retired Philippine Military Academy alumni at mga dating miyembro ng Armed Forces of the Philippines na nanawagan para sa pagpapalaya ng dalawa. Dagdag pa ng pangalawang Pangulo na ang panawagan ng PMA alumni at mga kawal ng AFP ay paalala rin sa kahalagahan ng kaayusan, integridad at maayos na pamahalaan. Pinasalamatan din ni Vice President Duterte ang mga kasapi ng media, social media practitioners, professionals, IP leaders at iba pang sektor na naging instrumento para mapalaya sina Dr. Badoy at Ka-Eric. Pagbibigay diin ng pangalawang Pangulo na may kapangyarihan ang bayang nagkakaisa para sa pagsulong ng karapatan, para sa katarungan, katotohanan at sa pagtatatag ng mapayapa at matibay na bayan.
First of all, syempre gusto ko magpasalamat sa Vice Presidente.
Yes.
Napakalakas ng boses niya dito at narinig natin siya. Yan ang totoong leader. Nagsasalita siya at she puts us all together, na she unites us. When it happened, when this thing happened, no, na nandyan kami sa detention center, I was so at peace. I was telling you, Sik Joel, no, na, alam mo yung serenity prayer, yung God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I really felt honestly in my heart that I had given my best, no, the courage I could to change whatever I could in my own humble way. And I was at peace because there's so many things now that I cannot change. And that was how the Filipino people would respond. And I thought to myself, no, if they rise up now and they say something, that's very good. But if they don't, then we truly deserve the government that we're going to get. No? We're not worthy to be called free citizens if we're not going to rise up against this very blatant and oppressive display of abuse of power. No, so I'm very, very proud. I echo what the Vice President says. No more than anything, this victory of the Filipino people in the face of this blatant abuse and violation of our rights is also because of the Filipino people. Is primarily because dahil sa inyo yon. No? So, hindi kami nagsasalita lang dito at si Vice President, hindi lang siya nagsasalita na empty words yon, pero ang ipinakita natin ay isa tayong bansa na hindi papayag na salingin ang ating mga karapatan at nagkakapit-bisig tayo kasama ang ating mga kasundaluhan at didepensahan natin ang ating bansa at ating demokrasya. So, tamang-tama talaga ang message ng ating Vice President. So, and I'm so grateful that we are being led by such a Vice President. I'm very grateful. Thank you, Madam Vice President, in the behalf of the Filipino people.
That's the beauty of alam mo, ito Yusek Lorraine, Franco and Ina. Ang isa pang magandang nabigyan ng emphasis dito, Article 3, Section 4 of the Constitution.
What's that?
Yun yung yung ano po yan, sacred po yan sa mga media men, sa atin, di ba? Article 3, Section 4, ito yung nagsasabi na no law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, of the press, of expression, the right to, right to assembly, na peaceful, and of course yung right to seek redress of grievances. Without this Article 3, Section 4 of the Constitution, hindi po pwede ang statement ng PMA, yung sinabi ni Vice President, yung pagharap ninyo, di ba? Itong ginagawa po natin dito. This is basically based or anchored on that very particular section in Section 3, Article 3, Section 4 of the Constitution. Yan yung isang maganda pong nabigyan natin ng emphasis out of this episode. Yung nangyari sa
I have a little story, okay? I was asked to be interviewed by a major mainstream media company that I'm not going to name now.
Ay, kilala ko.
And I said yes.
But I will not reveal.
Yeah, I know. And then suddenly they withdrew it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I don't say yes to this company kasi nga may abogado ako dito. Advisor ko to eh. Pero din umuo kami kasi nga pinaglalaban natin dito free press, di ba? Freedom of the press. So we were presuming that that they would be with us. No? I know that they are with us, but it was withdrawn. No? That invitation with no clear explanation.
Hindi pala natuloy kapon?
Hindi natuloy. Dapat tonight pala. Akala ko, and then they moved it, and then no more na. Without any clear explanation. And this to me is what I call the chilling effect. I think they're afraid. Yeah. They're afraid. And they have actually told me, very clearly told me, we're with you in this fight, mga kaibigan ko sa media na parte ng mga malalaking kumpanya dyan, na we are with you, we're grateful that you're speaking out, but we cannot because we're afraid, because our franchises baka galawin niya ng Kongreso. Ganito ba ang demokrasya? Ano ba yan? Ano ba pinag-uusapan natin? Isang pwesto sa palengke. Hindi, pinag-uusapan natin ang napakahalaga, yung sinabi ni Yusek Joel, yung press freedom. Diyan nakasalalay ang napakaraming karapatan natin.
That's right, Ma'am Lorraine, Ms. Ina, and Yusek Joel, pero kaugnay sa ating balita kanina lamang, Ma'am Lorraine, ay dito ipapakita natin ang kagandahan na pinangungunahan ng ating Vice Presidente, ang National Task Force and Local Police Armed Conflict. Tutulungan tayo ni Sir Mauricio Aguinaldo, ang chairman ng Sambayanan Cagayan Valley, kung saan tatalakayin din natin ang patungkol sa peace negotiations na isinusulong ng
itong peace talk na plano nila.
CPP, NP, NDF. At lalo po ba, Sir Mauricio, magandang umaga po. Ms. Ina, Ma'am Lorraine, and Yusek Joel po ang iyong makakasama sa programang ito.
Good morning, Doc Lorraine. Good morning, Yusek Joel.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, kamusta naman po ang ating laban dyan sa Cagayan Valley? Una po sa lahat ay gusto po namin malaman kung gaano po kalaki ang pagbabago na po sa inyong lugar, especially kayo po ang isa sa nangunguna sa ating laban kontra CPP, NP, NDF.
Umpisan ko po nung nagsimula ang kampanya ng ating gobyerno kontra CPP-NPA terrorists nung inumpisan yung Executive Order 70 ni dating mahal nating presidente, si PRRD. Nung andyan na yung National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict na talagang yan tayo nanalo. Dahil alam natin na sa pamamagitan ng NTF-ELCAC hanggang sa sitos, sa barangay ay
Nagpapasalamat ako sa PMA, ay yung mga graduates ng PMA. No?
Yan.
Maraming salamat. At nagpapasalamat ako hindi para sa sarili ko, kundi in behalf of the Filipino people sa faithfulness ninyo sa pagdepensa sa amin. At narinig ko kasi si General Macanas, vlogger siya, sabi niya na kaya ginawa yung sulat na yun dahil sa akin. Hindi totoo yun. Hindi totoo yun kasi asawa ko ay PMAer. No?
Yes.
No? So, I don't think that's true. No? Ginawa nila yon para sa Pilipinas. Yan ang talagang nasa puso nila. Alam ko yan. And also, itong Class 87 ay naglabas ng letter of support that this is before we were released. No? So, but I would like to read it kasi hindi rin ito tungkol sa akin kahit na mga kaibigan ko sila ay first of all mga sundalo at sinulat nila ito para sa Republika ng Pilipinas. So sabi nila, we, the members of PMA Hinirang Class of 1987, together with our spouses, respective families, and friends, express our unequivocal support to our very own Ms. Dr. Lorraine Badoy Partosa and Jeffrica Eric Celis, who are now on hunger strike after being detained indefinitely at the House of Representatives for their exercise of the right to preserve the integrity of their sources pursuant to the provisions of the SOTO law. On December 5, 2023, Dr. Badoy and Celis were asked to attend as resource persons for a House of Representatives committee hearing regarding the SMNI franchise. During the meeting, they were asked to reveal their source of information regarding the alleged spending of 1.4 billion or 1.8 billion by the Speaker of the House for travel. The two refused to answer, citing the SOTO law. For exercising their rights as embodied in the Bill of Rights of the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines as citizens, the two were cited for contempt and are now on their 6th day of detention at the House of Representatives. Dr. Badoy and Ka Eric Celis are staunch anti-communist advocates, the former being a former spokesperson of the NTF-ELCAC, while the latter was a former top cadre of the CPP, and now working to unmask the duplicitous nature of the CPP, NPA, NDF. Integrity, transparency, and accountability are essential facets of our democratic system of our government, and the Filipino people must demand and fight for this. We also call on the media and the journalist group, human rights groups, Gabriela, or women's groups and other advocates of freedom to stand up and speak out. Why are they silent on this? Nasan sila now? This is a fight for the freedom of speech and of the press, a precious privilege that no country can forgo. We, as members of Class 87, appeal to the statesmanship and the patriotism of our leaders in the House of Representatives to release Dr. Lorraine Badoy Partosa and Jeffrica Eric Celis. To our leaders, we ask for your integrity, your transparency, and accountability for God, country, and the people. This we ask in the spirit of Christmas and peace. To God be the glory. It was signed by members of the class of 1987 Hinirang Class PMA.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a different statement, no?
Yes.
Ano lang ito,
I
yung
like
for
that
class,
part. Yes.
Class
Yeah.
87. Kasi
Yes.
yung unang statement na nilabas, ito yung halo-halo from different classes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you know what, Franco, Ina, and of course, Dr. Lorraine, ako, veterano sa coverage ng defense. Naging presidente ako ng Defense Press Corps. Kinover namin yung
You are a journalist, di ba? Defense Beat.
I was president of the Defense Press Corps, Defense Beat. Kinover natin yung mga giyera na yan. EDSA 2, EDSA 3, giyera sa Basilan, etc. Nagpunta tayo dyan. But this is the first time.
First time?
I tell you, first time na may ganitong statement ang mga Cavaliers. No? So it really struck me.
Cavaliers means the PMA,
PMA graduates,
Yes.
no?
Really, it's the first time.
First time
Really?
kong na-experience yan kasi usually ang AFP, ang mga officers natin tahimik lang.
Tahimik lang,
Tahimik
yeah.
lang.
Yes,
And
gano'ng kabigat yan kapag nagsalita na sila?
ay mabigat yan. Remember that each and every name there were commanders.
Yeah.
No? They proved their mettle in the fields
Yeah.
of battle. And now, this is the first time, ako, experience ko po, I'm speaking from experience, pati sa free marketplace of ideas, nagsasalita na sila.
Yeah.
So, it really struck me. And I think, and this is my personal view, it's just the tip of the iceberg. It's a symptom of something na, palagay ko, merong, alam mo yung pigil na magsalita sa ilalim. The support base, meron pang mas
Matagal lang
malalalim.
nagtitiis. Parang ganun ba? Is that what you mean?
I think ito na yung para magsalita ang isang
Yeah, that's true.
isang commander o former commander. Malaking bagay yan. May ano yan, hindi ito hinugot kung saan. Kaya ito sana yung makita natin dito.
Yeah.
No? And I
Kasi
think,
pati, no, I just want to underline what you just said. No? These are men whose track record cannot be questioned. Yung love for country cannot be
Yes.
questioned because they gave to our country
Correct.
what ordinary
Yes.
citizens never gave. And they gave it willingly. Yan. I know these people, I know how their minds work. Yung tayo ay nag-iisip pa lang. Sila automatic na they just accept it without applause, without
Yes.
spotlight, without anything. They go there
Yeah.
and fight for us and defend us. And they willingly give up their lives for us.
I know many of them.
Yes.
And I'm sure that many of them there, may mga, alam mo, they lost men
Yes.
in battle
Yes.
during their, kaya
Yes.
ganun kalalim sa kanila yan.
Yes.
So, you know, this is, sabi ko nga, ito yung novel. It's
Yeah,
first time ito. I was speaking with a retired, air kahapon. Sabi nga niya, pwede pala yun. And this actually set a good precedent.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, it
president,
does.
ha?
Yes.
Or however you,
Because it's
na-
very tempered and yet
Yeah.
very strong, no?
Yeah.
Parang
Ang bigat, ha?
I don't think lumalampas sila sa any linya, pero napakaliwanag ng stand nila.
Ang bigat, oo. Mabigat po ito for me, for a defense beat reporter for so many years. Ngayon lang ako nakakita, naka-experience ng ganyan. Kami nun, hirap pa magtawag eh. There was this group noon, ayoko sanang yung Association of Generals and Flag Officers. Usually, sila yung naggagawa ng mga ganyang statements,
yeah.
no? Nakausap namin. But ito yung collective na sentiment nila na iba-ibang klase. This is the first time. And I'm sure may mga mahabol pa no?
Yes, I heard no maraming mga class gumagawa kasi they did not know how to be included. They didn't
Yeah.
know how to include their names. So they made their own and they signed it on their own. So ganon. So it's really more than the official that we saw, no, yung roster na yon. Mas marami pa doon. I also want to respond to what
Spontaneous yan, ha?
Yes, and I want to also give the perspective naman ng ordinary citizens na nakita mo yung mga scholar ng bayan, yung mga PMAers na going to our defense. Kasi ang ganda nung pagkakasulat. I mean, Yusek Joel and I are writers, so it was really a literary
Ang galing.
masterpiece. Beautiful, beautiful talaga.
I don't know who wrote it, but it
I don't
wasn't
know
me.
also. I don't. It wasn't,
Definitely it wasn't
I wish I did. No, I wish I had written it. But
From their hearts.
yeah, but
Grabe.
as an ordinary citizen, parang, and even as someone who was there na nakasalang, parang we really thought for the longest time na parang we're the only ones fighting this. Nobody's coming to our aid. And I really felt when I sat there in Congress, ganito pala yung pakiramdam ng ginagahasa ka. Na parang walang tutulong sa'yo. Yung mga pinakamakapangyarihan, they had their way with us in Congress and even detained us and very arrogantly talaga, dinetain talaga kami. May mga parinig pa na indefinite yan. Huwag ng 10 days,
At the
abot kayo
mercy.
ng Christmas, Pasko dito, ganun. Ganun talaga. And yet we felt that wala na kaming laban. And here, when you hear something like this, a statement like that was so clear from our real defenders and protectors, then it really gives the Filipino people a sense of well-being and that, hindi pala tayo nag-iisa dito, no? That this is a very strong republic na hindi nila papayagan na sasalingin ang ating mga karapatan. So merong mga nagmamasid at nagbabantay.
Correct.
At ito yung mga totoong mga bayani natin. Hindi tayo nagkamali sa pagbigay ng tiwala sa ating mga sundalo. Tama si President Duterte. Sila ang pwede nating asahan.
And under the one defense concept, merong ganyan no?
What's that?
Either retired ka either
Yes.
active, ako reserve major
yes.
po ako. Under the one defense concept, pag in the face of a common enemy, bawa may aggressor tayo,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Nagsasama-sama talaga yan.
Yeah.
So, ano yung threat meron ba? So, laliman natin yung pagtanaw dito, pagtingin dito sa issue na ito. I think the elephant in the room here is not about them expressing their sentiments against Congress itself.
Yeah, it's more
Parang,
like- No.
it's more of a wake-up call.
Yes.
Parang it's more of a warning. Why? Why did I say that? Kasi po mga kababayan, yung mga kongresista po natin, mga honorable congressmen natin, may mga kasama sila dyan, alam naman natin, na one way or the other, naging members nila. Remember yung sinabi nila Joma noon, no? To destroy government, well, join government and destroy it from within. Ito yung nakikita ko na nangyayari ngayon. And ideologically, ganito po yan, I was a former cadre also. I was a cadre also. Nagagamit pa ngayon yan, I'm sure, sa recruitment. Why?
Ito ba nga nangyayari ngayon? Yung kahit yung pagdating
Yes.
sa amin and everything, lahat ito.
Paano nila kinatrap
Ganito yan. Kahit kami nung araw, nung kami mga kadre, isa sa foundation ng ideology na yan, yung tinatawag na spontaneity of the masses, nagra-rise up ang mga tao. Ano isang indication? Tandaan po ninyo ito. Ito, hindi na may tatanggi. And I used this to recruit people during my time there, when I was still lost. Yung nag-aaway-aaway, nag-aaring-uri. Yun yung sinasabi nila. Ideologically, pag nag-away-away na yan, sasabihin, kita mo, tama kami. Sumama ka na sa amin. So yan po ang danger na nakikita ko. At yan yung alarm bell na sinound ng ating mga PMA Cavaliers. Ganun ko siya nakikita. It's a wake-up call for our congressmen na tingnan yan na kung paano na mamanyobra. Machinations yan eh. Yung political alliances, matagal na natin sinasabi. No? Nadadala talaga. And in fact, ito, diretsuhin ko kayo. Habit nga, before we started the program. Nag-over din po ako napakatagal na panahon sa Congress. Ito nakagulat dyan, ha?
Marami kang alam dyan ngayon.
Ha! Nagulat ako one time in the late 90s. Hindi na po ako NPA noon, hindi na ako kadre. Yung boss chief ko mismo, sa underground, staff siya ng isang congressman dyan.
Ngayon yan, isang nandito siya sa Congress.
Ngayon di ko na alam kung nasan siya, but I used to see my former comrades there as staff of various congressmen. They come and go eh.
So you mean to say,
Napapasok talaga.
Oh, you mean to
Oo.
say talagang very conscious yung pag-infiltrate ng Kongreso. Hindi lang yung pagmumukha na nakikita natin na yan sila Franz Castro, Raul Manuel,
Tactical move yan.
Arlene Rosas, hindi lang mga staff, mga chief of staffs, mga ganyan, lahat.
Hindi, not necessarily chief of staff, pero yung
I mean,
before ko kasi dati...
Consultants.
Oo. Yeah. I used to see them there. Nakakasalubong ko sila. Nagugulat nga ako, ano ginagawa mo dito? Mga dati kong kasama yan. Now, meron din of course na mga kaibigan natin dyan. Ito, diretsahan po, no? Hindi ko sila papangalanan. Sabihin na naman, nag-aakusa ako. But I know for a fact that may mga staff din doon na mga dati rin namin kasama, no? Either mga nag-join sa mga grupo, mga front groups ng araw, no? But I will not name you, but you know that I know who you are, di ba? But ito yung dynamics kasi dyan.
Question. So, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because you once were part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, but they have not renounced it. They have not renounced the CPP, NPA, NDF, and yet they're there, underground. I mean, they're still infiltrated.
Whether ito hindi ko basta I'm sure na-meet ko sila dyan, umiikot sila dyan. In fact, they used to visit me at the press center there. Nag-uusap kami at pag kailangan ng boss nila noon na mag-press con, tulungan ko rin sila. That time, in the 90s and the early 2000s, nag-cover po ako dyan up to the late, until 2007 if I'm not mistaken. No? So, yan yung dynamics dyan. We cannot blame actually in putting it in proper context, in its context, no. Hindi naman natin masisi, halimbawa si General Acop,
si
ano
Tambunto,
yan?
no?
Dating, 'di ba? Dating general si, 'di ba? But why do they?
You know what? Can I say something about Congressman Acop? Kasi binisita niya kami nung nandun na kami, naka-detain kami ni Eric. And then, I think that was the Monday of the hearing. Anyway, he said, I was so surprised because he said, pareho naman tayo ng pinaglalaban namin. At quoting him verbatim,
Yes.
pero ganito basically sinabi, hindi naman, pare-pareho naman yung pinaglalaban namin. Alam ko naman yung CPP na yan, etc., etc. Pero mali naman kayo kasi nagre-red tagging kayo. Can you imagine that? And then I said, sir, there's no such thing as red tagging. Sabi niya, no, there is a, no, what you're doing is against the law. Sabi ko, that's not even true. There is jurisprudence, and he was so surprised. I said, our Supreme Courts have already spoken very clearly. There is no danger to life, liberty, and security when you're identified as a member of the CPP, NPA, NDF. And he didn't know. He was a lawyer, and he did not know about this jurisprudence, itong batas. Sabi ko, hindi lang nga yan Supreme Court, sir. RTC, Court of Appeals, lahat ng... sabi ko, dinidemanda ako maraming beses dyan, but never once have any of our courts agreed. Not just me, even Yusek Joel, even the past presidents for so many years, red tagging. So, ano lang yan, ginagamit lang yan para tumahimik tayo.
Label yan eh.
And he did not know. He had no idea. At least it looked like he had no idea. But he was using the words ng red tagging nagawa-gawa nitong CPP, NPA, NDF. So, ang tingin ko, tamang sinasabi mo na nagapang ito si General Acop at naging propagandist siya ng CPP, no?
I think unwittingly. Because
he was PNP.
Parang ganito yan, in the context na tayong apat nandito, pag si Ina may umaway sa kanya, ang natural reaction natin, we close ranks. Kasi kabaro natin si Ina, something like that. That's the part of the tactic nga nung bakit sila nandun. No? Bakit sila nandun?
Bakit nag-call for that hearing? Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Nandun yung mga members ng Makabayan Black, diba? Sino ba yung... mas ganun pa po natin dapat tingnan ito kasi malalim ito at part ng ideological foundation nila yan. Yung sa bandang huli, pag-away-awayin ating mga leaders. Kasi dati na namin ginagawa yan. Panahon ni Cory, nag-away si ganito. Laging kinukudita noon. Kasi pabagsak ng sistema na yan, kaya sumama na kayo. May ganyan po yan ng mga dynamics that buti na lang may ganito tayong platform na explain natin sa ating mga kababayan. So, kumbaga, let's give our honorable congressmen, no? The benefit of the doubt, no?
So, am I correct when I say that ang kaaway dito hindi si Tambunting, si Paduano, kahit na inis kayo, no? Kasi nakakainis nga talaga. Pero ako nga hindi dinetain nila, pero hindi ako naiinis sa kanila, no? Kasi maliwanag ako na ang gumawa nga ng maniobra.
Sino ba natuwa nung na-detain kayo? Sino number one natuwa?
Siyempre, CPP. Si Franz Castro, nagsasayaw siya. Although nakwento sa akin na sumayaw din daw si Stella Kimbo. Yun ang kwento sa akin. Sumayaw siya. So, anyway, parang, so tama ba ako, Yusek Joel, na there is a shared ground with the other congressmen, diba? Sila Gaston Bunting, but there is no shared ground with the CPP and sila Franz Castro kasi kaaway talaga sila. Kaaway sila ng gobyerno at ng Pilipinas.
Ang kanilang pagpasok dyan ay part ng kanilang parliamentary struggle. May armed struggle, may parliamentary struggle, di ba? Ganyan yan. Iba-ibang, kailangan we have to understand the dynamics, no? Of the enemy. Kaya sabi na, hindi mo kami NPA, ganyan. Always remember this, no? Ang CPP, NPA, NDF, one cannot live without the other. You take away one from the triumvirate, hindi po magsa-thrive yan, hindi magsa-survive yan. Ngayon, question is, sabi nila, hindi naman ako NPA, hindi naman ako NPA. Ano nagbaban sa CPP, NPA, NDF? Isa lang ang trademark, isa lang. Armed struggle. There are communists who are pushing for reforms. Ganyan naman communism is equality, etc. But this yung mga extreme left kasi dito sa atin, no? Iba, armed struggle. Ito yung tinuro kasi ni Joma na sinapsoy niya. No, in every revolution, mahalaga dyan. Lagi naman, binasa po natin yan, Malakamasay na yan. Yung spontaneity of the masses na tinatawag. Pagalit na yung masa, kahit di mo utusan, lumalabas yan. Ang ginawa ni Joma, minamadali nila yan araw. Kaya kung ano-ano conditions ang sinet nila to trigger mass actions, no? Critical mass, sabi nga. Di ba? Pinasabog Plaza Miranda.
Yes.
Para hindi po ba nung araw pa? Malinaw na sila?
Ito ngayon,
Pag-awayin yung mga political leaders.
Itong case natin ngayon,
Kasama yan?
like what? Paano yung spontaneity of masses? Anong issues ang ginagamit ng CPP, NPA, NDF?
Ako, ang basa ko dito, again, from experience, no?
Yeah.
Malaki ang political premium nila dito. Well, they form political alliances, and now nakita nila, they can actually influence the
speaker.
development.
As if they're part of it.
Not only personalities,
Yeah.
but itong kanilang mga alliances sa ganito, kanilang moves, yung situation ang na-influence sila. Di ba? Whether may personality, si Speaker or whoever, or si Congressman Tambunting, but the situation is there.
Yeah.
So yun yung malaking kwan dito na we need to really make it clear with the
Wait,
people
but
na
question.
nasasadya yan.
But question, parang you're not really saying that the congressmen are off the hook. I mean, we're not saying that we should not hold them accountable for public funds, di ba? What we're saying is it's an issue that's apart from
Separate.
the CPP, NPA, NDF, and we
Yes.
need to tackle the CPP, NPA, NDF.
Yes.
We need to tackle this also.
Yes.
Pero wag natin silang ipagganon. Can you expound on that, Yusek?
Susugan ko lang yung
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Kasi yung
Yeah.
naging pagdinig, di ba, parang napakalaking opportunity nun. Para pag-usapan at naging boss din kayo doon na ang talagang kalaban
Tama.
ay ang mga urban operative nga ngayon.
Tama.
Nandiyan sa CPP, NPA, NDF. At kaugnay dyan, Yusek, paano nyo nakita yun? Kasi umupo pa dun sa kanila eh. Pero parang wala lang.
Tapos
tahimik
dinedema
lang.
sila.
Oo.
It's a separate issue nga. Dapat din bang, umaga ba, manawagan nga rin tayo na etong mga panawagan, no, hindi lang naman tayo dito.
Alam
kundi
nila
ang
yan, no?
mamamayan.
Part din ng tactic yan.
How do
Kahit
you see
ginagawa
that,
din namin ng araw yan. Lahat ng bagay magkakaugnay ayon sa kanila. Di ba? Yung isang ginawa mo, maaring madamay si Franco at maaring madamay si
Sabit sila.
Nagnganganak ng nanganganak ang issue. Di ba? Pero sila ang nag-trigger, di ba? Yung mga unang questions about the CIF, etc. And then, nanganak doon? Yun na, nag-post ng question si Ka Eric. And then, eto na. Lumaki
Yeah.
lumaki. They're experts on that. Di ba? Kaya nilang mag-manipulate. Nababaligtad nga nila eh.
Yeah, super.
Diba? Nababaligtad nga nila. Mahusay naman sila. We cannot underestimate them dahil metalino din naman.
Sino mas
ang mga yan.
mahusay? Tayo o sila?
Ay, syempre. Dahil
Kasama natin ang taong bayan.
Kasama taong bayan eh. At yan ang malinaw ngayon, no? Well, with the PMA Cavalier statements, no?
Yeah.
Nag-statement din ang napakaraming grupo,
Yeah.
Napakaraming grupo. And to my surprise, mga active government,
Yes.
like si Fiscal Closever, Chris.
Hero.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Galing.
Pero, may tanong ko lang, Yusek. Yung, with that kind of narrative that they're using right now, because they are seeing this, na parang may nagkakaroon ng hidwaan sa ating pamahalaan, what do you think is the best solution to counter this kind of narrative na gagawin ng CPP-NP, especially sa halin ng kabataan?
Well, itong nangyari, ako, for me,
Yeah.
ano sabi ko kay Doc Lorraine nung dinetain sila? This is a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Na stage, put on stage, na highlight, nangyayari ito not because our congressmen are evil, Lorraine did something ganito. Nangyari ito dahil may
maniobra.
yan.
Yes.
Yan. So this is an opportunity to inform the people about this.
Yeah.
Ganyan sila ka-cunning. Sabi ko nga, cunning, wily. Ang
Yeah.
galing nilang mag-influence.
Tapos ano pa, yung
We need to
ang
inform the people.
yan nangyari pa. Ang pinagbuntungan ng galit ng mga kababayan natin ay yung mga members ng committee.
Because
Pero
of
sila,
that.
hindi sila, nakatago sila. Isa
Exactly.
classic CPP. Yeah, could you say that?
Exactly.
Oo nga.
Kinonfront ba kayo during the hearing na sila
No.
mismo nagtanong?
Hindi kayo tinanong, di ba?
Oo. Kasi i-challenge sila kayo. Pinagbintang mo kami ganito, can you prove it? So, ang taktika po dyan, babanat yan eh. Kahit man kami noong araw ginagawa na banat. Pag kami naipit, quiet ka muna, palagpasin mo muna. Pag may opportunity ulit, banatan mo ulit. So, this time around, nakita nila, nag-close ranks, of course, because they are members of Congress right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Siyempre, magkakabaro. Naiintindihan naman natin. Kahit ako, media man, may ibang grupo ng media na hindi ko kasundo. Pero pag sinaktan or inatake, nagko-close ranks talaga. Diba?
Yeah.
So, naiintindihan po natin yung reaction yun. And we need to let the other members of Congress know na meron pong ganyan. Just be aware. We're not telling you what to do.
Yeah.
But we're just informing you, coming from a former cadre din po, no? So that's the elephant.
I'm sorry I interrupted you when you were responding to Franco's question about ano yung
youth?
solution. Yeah, that's very important. Could you answer that?
Yes, please.
Well, the youth of today, they're very aware of what happened.
Yeah.
Of kailangan ito sabi ko nga, I look at this as a great opportunity to further inform them of what's really happening. This is not about personalities. Believe me. No, this is not about Lorraine Badoy and Eric Ka-Eric versus Congressman ganito or this ganito. This is part of something big, no? This is part of a design. So we should wake up from this. And sabi ko nga, at the end of the day, kailangan i-analyze natin sino yung kaaway talaga na nag-manipulate nito. This is not something spontaneous. This started from somewhere. So, ite-trace back lang naman natin yan At sino ang nakikinabang.
Tama.
Di ba? So, ganun po yan. With due respect to our, ang dami rin po natin kaibigan na mga congressmen, no? Mga kumpare ko pa yung iba. So, and they were there. They were sitting there.
Yes.
No, sabi ko nga, and I do not judge them. They questioned you, pero wala, quiet lang ako. Sabi ko nga, okay, so, kaya naintindihan ko po. Hindi pa ako nagmamagaling, hindi pa ako nagpapaka-eksperto. But I know yung mga nagtanong sa kanila na mga congressmen, mga kumpare ko pa nga yung iba doon
we know them.
So, naunawaan ko po yun.
Yeah. Pero nakikita
Malalim
ko
ito.
That's true. Nakikita ko si Ma'am Lorraine na yung paninindigan ng ating mga PMAers at iba pa sapat na yung nabasihan ng bawat Pilipino para malaman nila kung nasaan sila, kung nasa tamang landas sila.
Correct.
Hindi na nila kailangan magpaligoy-ligoy pa dahil sila ang nagalay ng buhay para sa ating bayan.
They lost men.
Ang kabayanihan na kanilang ipinamalas sa ating bansa ay sapat na para hindi ka na magdalawang isip pa. Yun ang nakikita ko Kasi kung babalansihin natin ang tama at mali, ay nandito na 100%.
And they were not forced to sign it,
Yeah.
Kasi sinundan ko yung ito actually, I have to confess, nung nangyari sa inyo yan, hindi ako makapag-post kasi alam niyo naman, nasa part pa rin ng government ngayon, But, nung lumabas yung PMA statement, at nakikita ko yung mga GC na, ihabol mo yung pangalan ko, ng mga general,
Talaga nag-voice out
put
na sila.
my name there. Ganyan. So, nakikita ko, dumadami. Kaya, yun yung kauna-unahan at only post ko about this. Sabi ko, this is something that we cannot ignore or taken lightly. When isang general nga lang ang magsalita, that would mean something. Yung 200 pa kaya?
Yeah, and yung kultura ng PMA, pag nagsalita ang upper class,
oo.
hindi naman susunod agad-agad kasi retired sila, but tumitingin at nakikinig ang underclass, kasi merong moral ascendance. Hindi dahil hindi sila nag-iisip, yung mga sumusunod sa kanila, kundi dahil may moral ascendancy ang mga nagsasalita, mga halige ng Pilipinas yan at nag-alay ng buhay yan para sa bayan kung kaya't pinapakinggan sila. So, we are in safe hands. I feel so good.
Nung nakita ko ito, sabi ko, mayroon pang nagbabantay na nakatahimik.
And one more thing, isa din sa nakikitang opportunity na nangyari issue ito ay nakita talaga, kumbaga nahati kung sino talaga itong pure na pagmamahal sa ating bansa at sino itong parang
Good thing you
maalanganin.
pointed that. Ina. Yan na nga yung nabibiyak.
At yan.
Nakita mo, nabibiyak.
The real
Biyak,
leaders,
nakita natin kung sino talaga.
Nabibiyak. Diba? Parang, sino natutuwa?
Sa atin, kung sa totoo lang, syempre ayaw natin ng mga...
Ayaw natin
mahati ang gobyerno.
Ayaw talaga natin. Pero ito na lang, dalayin ko na lang sa ating balita ngayon. Kinilala ni Vice President Sara Duterte ang tapang nina ipinamalas ni Dr. Lorraine Badoy at si Jeffrey Ka-Eric Celis. At pinasalamatan din ni Vice President Duterte ang lahat ng mga...
brings me again to that beautiful letter of the PMA graduates, which to me is literary masterpiece, a really beautiful beacon talaga for our country. Meron isang parte doon, sabi niya, yung demands nila, apart from the release, the unconditional release. Ibig sabihin ng unconditional, huwag yun ang pasulat-sulat pa ng letter. pinasulat-sulat pa ng letter na mga ganyan, no, na mag-apologize ka pa, etc. Isa sa mga hiningi niya ay number 2, the accountability for legislative overstep. We call for a full and transparent accounting of the actions leading to this egregious detention. Those responsible for this overstep must be held to account. And for me, that is important na hinihingi nila, sa madaling salita, na imbestigahin anong nangyari dito.
Yes.
No? Pagkatapos, yung isa pa sa demand nila, the restoration of integrity in the House. We urge a swift return to the principles of democratic governance within the House of Representatives. This institution must not be allowed to devolve into an instrument of political suppression. Napakaganda. Grabe. Tapos, yung resolve nila, yung eternal vigilance. Can you talk about this, attorney? No?
Yes.
You were so moved kasi by this manifesto.
May isang sentence dito that struck a chord with me. Sabi niya, the House of Representatives must heed the call to right this wrong, lest it be forever marked as an enemy of the people it purports to represent. Sinabi na mismo ng PMA graduates natin na pag hindi mo tinama ang pagkakamali mo ito, ikaw ang kaaway ng Estado. And if you are the enemy of the state, we will stand against you. No? Imagine the PMA graduates telling the Congress, hindi lang yung committee, they are talking here about the committee or the individual congressmen who actually issued the detention order. They're talking about the House of Representatives who they believe is the orchestrator of this whole thing. No? So, but more than this statement, alam mo ba ang reaction ng mga tao dito based on the feedback na nakuha natin? The people are grateful. Alam sabi, salamat po. Salamat po. Nagpapasalamat ang bayan. Bakit sila nagpapasalamat? Bakit hindi sabihin na, ang military kayo, tapos na yung panahon nyo, dapat tumahimik kayo, di ba?
Correct.
Why is the people saying thank you to the statement? They're thankful that there is a voice, unrelenting voice, a strong voice that's ready to stand for them. I think that voice is quite missing in this political landscape. So I think that they're quite thankful for a voice like that.
It's so nice kasi parang I think that in our country, we need a North Star. Meron tayong guide. Meron hindi tayo mawawala dyan. Unfortunately, it was supposed to be our leaders, more so the ones in Congress. Kasi sila yung mambabatas at sila yung they take their oath of office to be true to our Constitution. Except that, ngayon nandiyan na sa loob kasi ang CPP, NPA, NDF. So, madali silang mawala ng landas. No? So, we're happy that the PMA graduates have stepped up. No? And not just the PMA graduates, because I know for a fact that other officers, buong kasundaluhan, are stepping up and being the North Star. Sila ito yung beacon. Hindi tayo mawawala dito. Ito yung sundan natin. We're not subject to the whims and caprices of politicians. No? So, this is so important. And in other words, parang, I remember kasi during the yung that I quoted it on the committee hearing, yung kay Rumi, wherever you stand, be the spirit of that place. And it had already, I told them that it had already ceased to be about justice, to be about fidelity to our Constitution. It wasn't like that anymore because so many of our rights were violated there. And so blatantly, so arrogantly, so shamelessly, with great impunity. And I'm happy that I wasn't alone in feeling that, and it was the Filipino people who felt that insult, and others stepped up. So we're very grateful.
So I want to make a shout out here. Di ba nagpadala ng manifesto of support din yung mga IP leaders for your immediate release?
Yes.
And I also want to give a shout out to the Office of the Vice President for, of course, giving that unwavering support to you, but also in the fact that she recognized the part that was played by the IP leaders in calling out for the support. Kasi there is the magnitude of people who actually called for the immediate release from the detention was actually nationwide. So
I just found out that the IP leaders pala came out with a statement. Kasi nga while we were in detention, I didn't have possession of my phone. So I only found that we can maybe read that. Can we read that statement?
Yes.
Napakaganda ng statement.